Hi, welcome and welcome back to my channel. This is Ohemaa, and today we are going to be reviewing Beyonce. Beyonce, the President's Daughter. Yes, this is a Ghanaian movie, so if you were expected to see Beyonce herself, she will not be in the movie, but the person, I guess the main character in the movie is Beyonce, so that's why it's called Beyonce, the President's Daughter. So I just wanted to put that out there in case anybody's like, oh, she lied and said Beyonce was in. No, the movie is called Beyonce, the President's Daughter. The person in the movie that is the President's daughter just so happens to be named Beyonce, but Beyonce herself will not be making an appearance in this movie. This is a 2006 movie. Bringing that up because there are certain things that happened and that may not, that may not be the case now. So just keep in mind, this is a 2006 movie. So the movie starts off with Beyonce stepping out of her limousine. She gets in the house, like she's strutting, I should say. She's strutting into the house. She's just pretty much not really doing anything. She's pacing a little bit. She's drinking a little bit. She lays on the bed for probably all of 10 seconds. And then she gets up and then she changes clothes. I thought that was kind of weird. Because, I thought maybe she could, they could just have her, like get in, sit down, sip a drink and just like vibing, something like that. But like that whole thing was a little bit weird. It was like 30 seconds here and then 10 seconds here and then let's do this. It just, I don't know. I didn't really like the pacing of that. So she changes her clothes and I understand because, she's getting comfortable, and then she is joined by her friend Lily. They are talking politics at this point. That goes on for some time. Beyonce is an MP. She's a member of parliament, and her friend Lily is the daughter of a member of parliament. So, of course, they are going to be talking politics there. I do want to say that these wigs, Lily's wig, Beyonce's wig, you could tell that it was a synthetic wig, but they did Lily and another friend, they did them so wrong. So in the next scene, we see a girl. Again, we're not going to know her name for a while. We see a girl. She's walking. Not sure where she was walking to, but she's walking. As she's walking, she sees an accident. So it involves a small car. I think it's a small, we'll just say dark. A small dark colored car, and then we see a white Jeep. The person that's driving the white Jeep, he gets out of the car, he he injures the person that's in the smaller car, drives off. The person in the smaller car, he falls out after he's been injured. He does fall to the ground. He's like, help, help. So he's asking for help. He's calling for help. The whole time that this is happening, the girl is hiding behind a tree. So after the person drives off, she comes to his aid, and this was so silly to me. She was like,
are you okay? Are you okay? Can you drive?
He is visibly wounded and you're asking him if he can drive. So that just seemed like such a silly question to ask. He asks her to fetch a taxi, so she does. She does that. She's not gone for too long. She fetches a taxi. She comes back, and her and the taxi driver, they help the young man into the taxi. This is another part that's about to really annoy me. So at this point, they make it to a hospital, and the nurses are trying to help. But that's not the part that annoys me. What annoys me is when the nurses are like, do you have a police report?
Who brought him here? I think she's settling with the taxi driver out there.
Good day, ma.
Good afternoon.
I hope you came in with a police report. Police report?
No, I'm sorry. The doctor cannot attend to him without a police report. So I'll advise you to run quickly to the station and get the police report. And please do that fast. We are losing him already.
So you know we're losing him and you're here asking me to go all the way to a police station before I turn into a dying patient?
Young girl, the most we can do now is to give him first aid. So I advise you to go and get the papers before it's late.
Even under a condition of this nature, can't you see a dying man lying before you?
We can't do anything without the police report.
She asks if he has a police report. And she's like, no, I don't have a police report. I just went ahead and brought him over here. And they're like, well, we can't see him without the police report. Which is crazy because, mind you, at this point, he is choking blood. He's choking up blood. And at some point, he does try to, like, sit up, which I'm like, I don't think that's a good idea to do, especially when you've been coughing blood. That didn't seem like a smart thing to do. So they say that she needs to go and get the police report or they will not be able to, they will not be able to treat him. So she has to leave him. She goes to the police station. They're like, where is the guy? She tells them what happened. They say, where is the guy? She's like, he's at the hospital. Because, of course, where else, like, he's at the hospital. So they say, so what about the criminals? She's frustrated. And she actually asks if one of the police officers can come with her to the hospital because that seems like a logical thing to ask. And they say, get out of here. If you don't get out of here, we're going to lock you up. We're going to put you in jail. What? She is asking for someone to accompany her to the hospital and you tell her that if she doesn't leave, you're going to throw her in jail. She finally makes her way back to the hospital. The nurse asks her, where's the police report? She says that she wasn't able to get the police report. And the head nurse, I believe she's the head nurse, she tells the other nurses that she wants him out in the next 2 minutes.
Nurse, make sure this man is out of this place within the next 2 minutes.
How can a human being be this heartless? Go to this pharmacist. Give him the notes and he will attend to you. Hurry up, hurry up.
And she walks off. And one of the nurses actually does decide to help out. So she gives the girl a chemist, information about a chemist. And it's like, they'll be able to help. So the nurse helps the girl help the young man up. When this happens, the girl actually goes to, and this is where we find out his name. His name is Raj. She goes to Raj's house. She sees the mom. She tells the mom what happened. They get into the car. Mind you, she doesn't tell the woman her name, which I found to be odd because it's like, yes, I know that you're a stranger, but can I at least get your name? Because, like if I had to like file a report or whatever the case is, at least I have you put down as a witness. I just thought that was weird. The girl didn't give her name. She's just like, hello, ma. She, either way, she mentions Raj Johnson and the mom. Her and the mom get into the car and they go. So we don't see him getting treated, but this next scene pretty much will give it away. So it's probably been about 3 weeks. Raj is in the backyard and he's joined by his mom and his sister. He actually tells his mom that she was careless for not getting the girl's information, but it's just, I think her concern was her child because her child was injured. So that was probably the last thing that she was worried about was, who is this, who is this person? She probably wasn't thinking, let me get her number or anything like that. So that was kind of odd to go off on the mom about that because, again, her main concern was him not getting this person's number. But he was just like, that was so careless of you. How could you not get her number? How can I get in contact with her and thank her? And the sister, her name is Eva, she makes a good point. She's like, she doesn't make too many good points, but this was a good point that she made. She was like, now that the girl knows the house, I'm sure she will stop by, I guess to check on him or whatever the case is. the girl will stop by. So he still wasn't pleased with, the responses. He does apologize to the mom. He excuses himself. At this point, he gets in his car and he is looking for the girl. He is looking for the girl. He is searching. He's getting out of the car. He's talking to people, trying to find out where the girl is. So, no luck. Gets in the car. Gets home. At this point, he is in his pajamas. He's like...
Ciara, where are you? Where are you? Where can I find you?
Like, oh, Ciara, where are you? I need to find you, that type of thing. So while he's in his pajamas, I'm guessing getting ready for bed, not trying to go out or anything, he gets a call from Bobby.
Yeah, Bobby, what's up?
Hi, I'm cool. What are you doing tonight?
Nah, I'm in my PJs and I'm ready to go to bed.
Come on, Raj. Jump into your panties and let's go eat some stress at the Franklin nightclub tonight.
Fine. Where should I meet you? Or you gonna pick me up?
Yeah. Let's meet up at the nightclub and we go together.
Okay. All right.
All right, then. Bye.
Ciara. Oh, boy.
Bobby is very annoying. Over the top. I know we have over the top friends, but he was just very over the top with his acting. So Bobby calls him. He's like, hey man, hey Raj man, what's up man? What are you doing tonight, man? We should go to the nightclub, man. Almost every sentence ended in man. Just about. So he's like, hey Bobby, I don't feel like going out. I already have my PJs on. I don't want to go anywhere. He's like, man, you got to get out. Let's go to the nightclub. So they go to the nightclub and everybody is just, jamming, having a good time, all those things. And while this is happening, Raj is just, sitting back. Him and Bobby are just sitting back. And they introduce to the stage Queen Ciara.
I'm about to introduce to you the main event for tonight. Ladies and gentlemen, please join me. Welcome on stage, the queen of soul music, the hip-hop craze of our time. Ladies and gentlemen, help me welcome Queen Ciara.
It's exciting, baby, you should know I like it. Can't deny it, everything you do is magic. I appreciate it.
That's the girl I have been looking for. The girl that saved my life.
Same girl you've been dying to meet again?
Yeah.
It's not them
Oh boy.
boys,
She's a club girl.
not them necklaces.
Damn, I've already fallen in love with her.
That to you, but from
Again, we've already said the girl's name's Ciara. So she gets on the stage and he does notice that it's her. So, she's dancing, her and her backup dancers are dancing. She's putting on a performance. She does about a couple of songs and then, like the club is, I believe like she gets like a round of applause from everybody. Club time is over. As everybody is walking out, Raj is like, he introduces himself. And he thanks her so much for what she did. And he's like, I know this might sound crazy, but I'm in love with you. And it was just like, you met this girl 2.5 seconds ago and already you're in love with her. Literally 2.5 seconds ago and you're talking about you're in love with the girl. And she's just like, okay. And then he's like, I just imagine what our kids are going to look like, which again, okay, a bit much. And I'm pretty sure they exchange numbers. Yes, they do exchange numbers and then they both go their separate ways. I had like some of the best, she probably had like the best hairstyle in the whole movie, but her hair was cute. The song that was playing was also like low-key a bop too. So yeah, I wanted to go ahead and bring that up. So at this point, Raj and Bobby, they do stop by Sierra's house, and Sierra introduces them to her sister Bobby. They go inside, and I believe they just, you know, like catching up, whatever. So at this point, because that's like a very brief scene, that was something that annoyed me in the movie, where some scenes were so short, it was like, what's the point of this scene? Like, they didn't have to put that in there. I guess they wanted to show how Raj was expressing interest in her and was spending time with her. But I don't know. I'm like, if you're going to do that, don't just do that for a minute. Maybe make it longer. Again, I am not a movie critic. I'm just giving an opinion based on so many movies that I've seen. I'm not like an official critic. But I'm just going based off of the number of movies that I've seen. And like, that just didn't seem like it made sense. So maybe the scene could have been longer. Maybe it could have just jumped to the next scene that I'm going to talk about. Which is, Beyonce is shopping. While she's shopping, Raj is shopping too. She sees him. She stares at him for like a minute. And at some point, you know, she comes over to him. She was like, you smell really good. What is your name? He's like, my name is Raj Johnson. And she's like, I'm Beyonce. He's like, I know who you are. I saw you on TV last night. Like, oh my goodness. Type of thing. They're chit-chatting or whatever. And she gives him, I found this very interesting. She gets her card from her bodyguard and then she gives it to him. And she's like, call me. And he's like, I will. And then they go their separate ways. She does, I don't think I mentioned this, she does take care of his grocery bill. But yes, after that, they do go their own ways. For now. So at this point, Raj and Beyonce, now they're spending time together. So it was like, you went from spending time with Sierra and now you're spending time with Beyonce. But again, it could have just been, like a talking stage or whatever. But hang on to that thought. So I do want to say, like, both of them looked really good, like their outfits wise. This is actually one of Beyonce's better outfits. They're spending time together. She's like, I must confess that you're cute. It's like, who confesses that they think someone is cute? But yeah, she did that. I thought it was kind of cute, but I also found it very interesting how she was like, I must confess that you are really cute. I think you're really cute. He thanks her and he's blushing and he's telling her, like what he looks for in a woman and that she's in her own league type of thing. We are going to be getting to the messy part soon, but just as how he was spending time with Beyonce, now he's spending time with Sierra. They're shopping, they're being cute, having PDA, whatever. And they're in the bed and she tells him that she still has her, her card, her special card. And he's like, oh, really? And she's like, why? Because I'm a club girl? I guess because she's a girl that performs at the club. That's how I understand it. I could be wrong. But she did take offense to it. And, he keeps telling her that he loves her and he promises that he will always be the one, he won't break her heart, yada, yada, yada. And I guess they engage in their intimate activity. So at this point, Raj is having dinner with his mom, his sister Eva, Bobby, and Beyonce. So chit-chatting, all that good stuff, Beyonce's mom, she's being not Beyonce's mom. Raj's mom is being a kiss up like, oh, your dad, he's one of the best presidents that we've ever had. I don't know if that's the reason why this next thing happened, but Beyonce gave the mom $5,000. She gave Eva $1,000, and the mom was like, thank you so much, Beyonce. You're so kind. You're so sweet. So she gives, she gives the mom and the sister hugs, and then she walks out with Raj. While she's walking out with Raj, Beyonce tells Raj that she's fallen in love with him. What does Raj say? Raj says that he is confused.
Eva.
Respect me to sit down. I'm human, man. Enjoy it. Just out of hospitality, man. Thank you, girl.
You're welcome. Give it a seat.
Okay.
Life is worth living once you found someone worth dying for. Hey. You're not comfortable, are you?
It's not like I'm comfortable or I'm not comfortable. I'm just shocked. I'm confused.
I think that I've fallen in love with you. Say something.
I don't know what to say. I'm confused. I'm really shocked. Just give me some time to think, okay?
So she actually tells him that he needs to be sensitive to her feelings and innermost yearning. So the next scene, you know, they go to her bedroom, kiss. He takes off his shirt, and I guess, you know, they have their intimate moment as well. So this is where I'm like, I can't feel completely sorry for Raj, because it's like, you're messing with this girl, you're messing with that girl, and I don't think either one is aware of what's going on. I feel like if you're going to be doing that stuff, and especially if you're telling them that I'm serious about you, I feel like you need to be honest. Women and men, I feel like just be honest, because it can get very messy. So now, Raj does go to see Sierra, you know, well, Raj and Bobby go to see Sierra, I guess to show off the car, which we later find out is Raj's car that was given to him by who? Beyonce. So, you know, like, they're all happy, they're just spraying champagne everywhere. Raj is being so extra that he's even like putting some in his hair. Then it gets to the point where he tells her that Beyonce is the one that gave him the car. So understandably so, Sierra is uncomfortable. But he's like, oh, it's fine, we're just friends. You know, she wanted to give this to me because I'm her friend, like gaslighting her. And it's just like, okay. So they go for a spin in the car. So at this point, Beyonce walks out and they do a Beyonce chant. Beyonce! Shake your body, Beyonce! Ooh, shake your body, Beyonce! She's talking to her friends about love and they're being dramatic, and they're like, oh. They're just being dramatic and they're mocking her, but they do tell her that she does need to be careful. Ooh, good smile. What's the good news, girl?
See, girls, when you fall in love, you feel like missing pieces of puzzle that has been found.
Look who's talking about love. Oh my goodness, this one is gradually becoming a better place to live in. It's not easy.
See, love is light. It is a force of life and a gift beyond compare. Life only makes sense when you know there's someone worth living for.
Amen. We believe you totally and we agree. But I hope it is not, what's that boy's name again?
Raj.
It's not him we're talking about here, is it?
Of course it's him.
Wait, Beyonce. Are you sure that boy feels the same way for you?
Big question.
Listen. So love is to risk not being loved in return. To hope is to risk pain. To try is to risk failure. But you see, the greatest hazard in life is to risk nothing. Yes, girls, I know what I'm doing. Trust me.
I just hope you know the way you're taken. Because
honestly, this boy again.
No, my head.
This guy is just so wonderful. And I'm in love with him. End of story.
Okay.
So again, Beyonce is at Raj. Raj is talking to his mother. The mom explains that she has had to work really hard, especially after Raj's dad passed away. So at this point, you know, they're talking business. Beyonce's like, you know, she's gonna work so that the mom is able to get the contract, and of course she's like, thank you, Beyonce. You're so sweet. You're so nice. Thank you. So while all of this is going on, Raj, Bobby, and Sierra, they do come in, and they're like, oh yeah, Eva is there too. So Raj is like, this is my fiance Sierra, but I call her Cece. So the mom is like, so then Sierra extends her hand, because you know that's what well-trained people do. She extends her hand, and Beyonce just doesn't even bother. So at some point, Raj and Beyonce, they do go outside, and they're talking, and Sierra is just left there. You know, it's awkward, so she just sits down while she's waiting. So at some point, she begins to feel some awkward sides. So she feels awkward, essentially. So she gets up, she goes outside, and she's hiding somewhere. I think like behind some plants or something. While this is going on, you know, Raj is like, I'm so sorry about the intro. I didn't mean to, you know, like, he's like, I'm so sorry about that. I'm so sorry about the introduction, because Beyonce's like, what do you take me for? What is wrong with you? You think that because you've seen all of me that you can do this? Absolutely not. And he's like, I'm sorry about the intro. And then she smacks him. At some point, she does smack him. I'm not sure if words were said first or she smacked him and then words came, but either way, she does smack him. So he's like this. I'm like, were you expecting for blood? I mean, I do think that sometimes a slap can leave blood, but he was just like this. So I don't know if it was like the belief or he just wanted to check to see if he was hurt. Beyonce does walk away. Now, I do want to say, like, Beyonce does always have bodyguards with her. So she walks off. Sierra comes out. And, oh, actually, Raj is like, I couldn't resist. He was like, he couldn't resist Beyonce, which is like, wow, really? So he, in a way, admitted to also having dealings with Beyonce, personal dealings with Beyonce. And Sierra's like, look, I will just call you tomorrow. And then she walks out too, because she's like, I don't feel like dealing with you and your shenanigans right now. So she walks out. He walks back into the house. Raj says he told both girls the truth. At some point, Bobby is like, at some point, Raj walks away. Bobby tells the mom that, you know, I've been trying to talk to him, but he just doesn't want to listen. He won't listen to me. But he's like, he's going to try to talk some sense into him. Hugs the mom, hugs Eva, walks away. Back at Beyonce's friends, Dorsey and Lily, they're at the pool. The outfits were on point. Not so much the hair, but the outfits were cute. They're at the pool, you know, just chatting, all this stuff. And she's like, it's Raj. And one of them is like, and they're like, are you okay? And she's like, I just want to be left alone, okay? And then she just, you know, goes up to her room. They're, you know, they're talking about the situation. They're like, this is why I can't, you know, love a man. And, you know, Raj is like a wretched thing. Why is she even worried about him? And they were pretty much like, she's going to, you know, at some point go back to him, which, let's just wait and see. Sierra arrives home upset. Debbie comforts her. And that's, you know, pretty much it. Because I do know that sometimes some talking isn't necessary. But Sierra makes it back to her house. Her and Debbie are on the compound. And she's just, Debbie is comforting Sierra. So once again, very short scene. So Raj is laying on the couch. His mom says that Beyonce is like the best thing that can ever happen to him. You know, she's the president's daughter. She's heir to a multi-million-dollar fortune, all this stuff. So with her, it seems like money is the reason why she prefers Beyonce over Sierra, even though it looks like he prefers Sierra. Well, we shall see.
Aren't you lucky to have Beyonce, President Bill's daughter, the heirs to a multi-million business, investments, and estate dying for you? Raj, I am your mother, and you are the son of my flesh. I mean, my only male fruit. You see, in life, those who can't increase you will inevitably decrease you. The secret of your future, it's in your daily routine. It's all around you. You can see it now, but can't recognize it.
Mother, I'm sorry to spoil your morning, but Saraya is the person I love. She's the one I want to be with. She's the one I really care about. And I am going to marry her.
Okay, so he does say, Raj does say that Sierra is the one that he wants. That's the, that's the person that he wants to be with. But as he's saying this, he's like a little bit hesitant. As he's saying, it's like, Sierra is the one that I want to be with. And then the mom gives him a look. And she just gets up. And as he hears her get up, he just, like that, like he doesn't really look. So he might have been scared. It was like, I'm going to say with my whole chest, but really I'm also kind of scared of you too. Raj and Bobby are in the car. Bobby is like,
You're Raj. As friends, we've been together through thick and thin. And I think Beyonce is the best for you. You need her to turn your life positively around.
My life is already turned positively around. What's wrong with you? I'd rather be with Sierra. That's the person I'm okay with. I want to be somewhere where I'm celebrated, not where I'm tolerated. I can't live with that.
Raj, your significance is not in your similarity to another, but rather in your points of difference from another. See, Raj, the significance of any relationship is measured by its contributions to your priorities. And Sierra's got nothing to offer you, absolutely nothing.
Bobby, why are you talking like you don't have a spirit? Because if you don't, I do. And I cannot fight what my spirit refuses. I'm in love with Sierra. Don't you get it?
Have you forgotten that patience is the weapon that forces deception to reveal itself?
Bobby, just forget it. Forget it. Don't talk to me about Beyonce and Sierra again. I'm in love with Sierra and that's it. Okay? I'd rather die in poverty with Sierra than go back to Beyonce. I don't want the riches. Forget it.
Oh boy. You never reached the palace talking like a peasant. You piss me off, Raj. You piss me off. Totally piss me off.
You need to be with Sierra, man. Sierra is the girl for you, man. That's the person that you should be with. Sierra doesn't have anything going on for herself. Why are you worried about Sierra? You need to be with Beyonce. Beyonce is the girl for you, man. Beyonce is the girl for you, man. They're going back and forth, back and forth, back and forth. Raj is like, I'd rather be respected than tolerated. This and this and this. And yeah, that goes on for a while. Beyonce goes to Raj's house. She talks to Eva and the mom. Eva is like, they're just like bad-mouthing the girl. She's ugly. She's a poor, wretched orphan. It's like, whoa, that's nasty work. Really? That's so unnecessary, so uncalled for. Okay, so you don't like the girl, but that just seems so unnecessary to do. So at some point, Sierra just dropped by the house, probably looking for Raj. And while this happens, Raj's mom tells Sierra that she does not need to come to the house anymore. She needs to stay away from him because he is engaged.
Fine.
Good day.
Good day. Have you seen Raj today?
No, Ma, his phone is off.
I want you to stop seeing my son. Your friendship with him has become an injury on the face. Are you aware he's engaged? Well, his fiancée is not comfortable with you around him. I want you to avoid him and stop coming to this house.
So of course, this does upset her. Eva is over there like snickering, like she's just happy about all the foolishness that's happening. So Sierra understandably is upset and she decides to just walk out because it's like, okay, this is a lot. As Sierra walks out, Raj pulls up, she says a few words and then she just walks out the gate. Raj runs into the house. He asks what's going on. The mom threatens him. Like, she tells him that if you walk out of the house, do not come back. And he's like, you're really threatening me? This is my house. This is my father's house. What do you mean by if I leave, I can't come back? So he walks out anyway. He's like, Kwame, open the door. Kwame, open the gate. So Kwame opens the gate. He backs out and he leaves. He pulls up his Ciara's and asks, what's going on. And she explains that your mom said that you're engaged. And he's like, she's lying. She's like, she's lying. I'm not engaged. You're the one I want to be with. I'm not engaged to Beyonce. You're the person that I want to be with. You're the person that I want to marry. So he drives back home. At this point, a lot of back and forth going on.
Can somebody tell me what happened in here? Mother.
We will talk about that later.
No, we'll talk about it now.
I said later.
We can't talk about it later, Mother. I don't have that kind of patience. Cece's out there crying and you say later? Somebody tell me what happened here.
Raj, sit down. We have a vista.
Eva, do I look like I'm in the mood to entertain somebody? Look at me. Am I in the mood? What's wrong with you? I want to know what happened here. So nobody will say anything, right?
If you dare walk out of this house, don't think of coming back again.
Mother, are you threatening me? Are you threatening me? All my life, I have been very respectful. I have never been rude to you. Never, ever, not once. So please, don't give me any cause to. Please don't.
Drives back to the house and he confronts his mom. Beyonce is still there. Like, the way this whole thing is, you would think that Beyonce doesn't work, but she does. But she's just like, just there. So at this point, Eva says something, and whatever it is that she says really ticks him off, and he's like, shut up and go worry about your little boyfriend. Whatever his name is, go worry about that foolish little boyfriend of yours. And all Beyonce says is, Raj. And I think, like, he melted a little bit, but he still chose to walk out anyway. So at this point, the next day or so, the mom and Eva pull up to Ciara's store, because Ciara has like a comm center, a kiosk. They pull up and they say, you need to stay away from Raj. If you don't stay away from him, we're going to have you locked up. Which is just, she's not the one that's a stalker. She's not obsessed with him. You want to talk about obsessed? Beyonce's the one that's obsessed with him. To the point where she's barely doing any work. At least that's what it seems like. Like, she's not doing much work. It's like she's just so obsessed with Raj. I get it. She likes him. But it's like, seriously? Not because Raj isn't good looking. That's not the point. But it's just like, you're spending so much time on this. You're so much time upset about this. Like, the politics isn't really keeping you busy. Because politics seems like a lot of work. But I understand. I'm not saying that the movie has to be like heavily focused on her dealings, when it comes to politics. But it was just, as it's going on, you will see why I'm saying Beyonce was definitely obsessed with Raj. And it's not like she couldn't have, any man. So Raj is out with Bobby and Ciara at a grocery store. Beyonce and her friends are also there, of course, with the bodyguards. I don't think Ciara and Raj saw Beyonce, But while they're like on Beyonce and her friends are over here, and then actually no, Raj and Ciara are over here, Beyonce and her friends are over here. So she's like, that's them over there. That's the boy that's the guy I was telling you about, Raj. So they go out, they finish doing what they're doing, they go ahead and they go out. As they're heading, well, after they leave out, Bobby sees them. So Bobby sees Beyonce and her friends, and he's like, how you doing, Beyonce? You know, who are these? He introduces, this is Lily, this is Dorsey. So again, he's being nice. That's one thing that I will give Bobby. Bobby was sweet, even though from what we're gonna find out right now, it doesn't seem like Beyonce really cared for Bobby, because the girls are like, who is that? She was just like, Raj's friend. That's, you know, just like really nice to me, but whatever. Essentially like dismissive. So while Raj's mom is away, Ciara stops by. He's like, it's fine, don't worry about it. So she's getting comfortable. Raj steps away for a little bit. Eva sees what's going on, and she's like, B, what are you doing here? Why are you here? What are you doing here? And she's like, I'm here because your brother wants me to be here. And then she just like starts smacking the girl. So then Raj comes in and he's like, what's going on? And she's like, she was talking bad about my mom. Not my mom. Ciara was talking bad about mommy. And he was like, Ciara wouldn't even do such a thing. So, you know, Raj is comforting her at this point, and she makes like this unnecessary comment. She was like, that's that African magic. So now Beyonce pulls up to Ciara's house because, you know, I guess with her being Beyonce, she knows where everybody lives and whatnot. She pulls up to Ciara's house and she asks how much she wants to leave Raj alone.
You recognize me, don't you?
Yes, I do.
So, how much do you want so you can stop sneaking around town, my boyfriend?
I beg your pardon?
You heard me. How much do you want? I'm talking to you, bitch. How much do you want? This is $10,000. I want you to take this and leave my boyfriend alone.
I am highly disappointed in you, thinking that money is everything. Now, if you don't mind, quietly leave my house.
You call this a house? For a second, I thought I was in a pigsty.
Look, get out of my house.
Get out of my house! If you dare try to touch me with your filthy hands, I swear to God I'll make you rot in jail. I will kill you as wretched as you are, grant you a step burial, and trust me, girl, there's nothing anyone can do about it, idiot.
Look, get out of my house! Get out of my house! Get out! Get out of my house!
You stay the hell away from my boyfriend, because if you don't, you really regret the day you were born. This was very true.
And she's pretty much like, I don't want your money. And then, you know, like, oh, she's like, oh, it smells like a pigsty, and just being like really condescending, really rude. So at this point, Ciara gets up and she's like, okay, that's it, get out of my house, get out of my house. And she's like she's pushing Beyonce because she wants her to leave. And Beyonce picks up a paw and smashes it on Ciara's head. Ciara falls to the ground. Beyonce is throwing insults at her, drops the check, and leaves. Meanwhile, Debbie is tending to her, you know, helping her out. Raj pulls up to Beyonce's house, yelling until he finds her. He tells her that he hates her, he doesn't want anything to do with her, he wants to be done with her. So, you know, he does this, goes out because, like I said, yelling, Beyonce, 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 where are you, until she comes out. Then that's when he tells her, I don't want anything to do with you, I hate you, I regret the day that I met you, all this other stuff.
Beyonce! 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 I know you can hear me. Beyonce! Beyonce! Come out! Beyonce! Beyonce! Come out! Beyonce! I hate you so much. I hate you so much. I regret the day I met you, and I hate every bit of you right now. I hate you so much. You think it's all about money? It's all about money? Well, take it. Take it all. I don't want to be a part of it. I don't want anything to do with it. Just leave me alone. Leave us alone. It's your car keys. Your car is parked outside. Just stay out of my life. I don't ever want to see you again.
Raj, so you think after seeing my nakedness and riding me like a horse, you could walk out of my life and be allowed to go scot-free? If not for love. If not for love, Raj, you should be lucky I found love in you. You know what? I will wait till I see the strength of your love. You can go.
Don't talk to me about love. You don't know nothing about love. Just full of selfish pride. Don't talk to me about love. Listen, you've caused me so much pain, but that's in my past. You cannot control the pleasures of my future. I choose to stand. Just stay out of my life.
She's like, so then the bodyguards, they step in and they block him from leaving. So she walks over to him. She just looks at him. Then she signals for them to let him go. So he walks out. She's sad. Lily and Dorsey are comforting her. Understandably so. So at this point, Raj and Ciara are walking when a random person, well, it's actually two random people, you know, they pop out of a taxi. One of them asks us if he's like, you know, Ciara's ex-boyfriend or ex-fling or whatever, and she's just like, I don't know this guy. And he's like, so after everything that I've done for you, you're gonna act as if you don't know me. So he smacks her, then he headbutts her, and then, you know, at this point she's on the ground. Raj is trying to stop them. Raj's legs are being beaten with the stick. So at this point his legs are broken. And unfortunately Sierra does get like the worst of it. They pour something on her. It's harsher than acid, but it does burn her face. Of course, this does end up leading to them being at the hospital. So Raj is in one room, Sierra is in one room. So Raj is, you know, his mom, Eva, Bobby. They're there. The doctor is also there, of course, and at this point he's asking for Sierra. The doctor comes in because at this point he's demanding to see Sierra. So the doctor asks Eva to press a button. They bring in they wheel in a wheelchair. He gets in the wheelchair. He goes over to Sierra's room. He goes to Sierra's room and everybody sees how she looks, and she's just like so ashamed. I don't think she knew how she looked, but she could probably feel that her face just didn't feel right, probably didn't look right. So she just, you know, like covers her face with the blanket, understandably so. She's upset, she's sad. They did a number on that girl. My goodness, that was crazy. Raj is wheeled back to his room and they administer some medication. And he is back in the bed at this point. And while he's in the bed, Beyonce stops by. Oh my goodness, what happened? What happened to Raj? The mom tells him that, you know, him and Sierra, they were attacked. She says they were attacked by some thugs. And she's like, they? And she says, the mom says, him and Sierra. And she was like, that's the girl that he was with, right? Like, that's the girl that he's been seeing, right? And the mom says yes. So she says, well, you know, I do own the hospital, so I will go ahead and I will take care of the bill to make sure that Raj gets the best care possible. The mom, of course, is like, thank you, Beyonce. Thank you so much. They all thank her. So at this point, Beyonce makes her way to Sierra's room. She sees her. She's like, oh my goodness, this is so disgusting. Jeez. Sierra is like, I know that you're the one that did this to me. And Beyonce is like, you know, you don't want to step into a lion's loin. I don't know if she meant lioness. I remember her saying lioness loin. I remember her saying that. You don't want to come between a desperate woman and her man. So she even admits that she's desperate. So the plan at this point is that she's going to take care of, you know, Sierra's bills as well, but under one condition, that everybody else is going to think that she's dead. So Raj, you know, everybody's going to think that she's dead. But what's actually going to happen is that she's going to pay for her to have like a different identity. So like her face and just like, you know, different identity. So between the three of them, Beyonce, Sierra, Debbie, she, you know, Sierra is no more. It's going to be, you know, whatever she ends up being. She's like, you know, take your money. You know, I don't want your money. I know that you did this to me. I know that my God, you know, my God is going to care for me. I know that my God is going to take care of me. And Beyonce is just like, I pity you. She does also mention that if she leaks out this secret, that Sierra will pay with her life. And she's like, if you leak this secret, you're going to pay with your life. Good luck. And then just walks out. So understandably, Sierra is really upset. She's frustrated because it's just like, oh my goodness, why is this happening to me? That was part one of Beyonce, the President's Daughter. For the most part, I did enjoy it. There are some parts that were just annoying, you know. Beyonce just, you know, doing the most. Raj playing with both women and not being honest and trying to play victim to an extent. The police officers wanting the person that's been injured to come to the police station, which is absolutely insane. The nurse is saying that they can't see him until he has a police report, which is crazy. Bobby being extra, but like I said, I do enjoy it. It is viewed as a classic. So like I said, I do enjoy it. I will react to part 2 later on, so please stay tuned. If you've seen Beyonce the President's Daughter, let me know. I would definitely love to hear your comments on this movie. Be sure to also check out some of the other reviews that I have. I've done in African City. And then there is another one. There are some other reviews that are going to be coming out soon. So yes, that was Beyonce the President's Daughter. Part 2 is coming up. I will link, I will also link the movie, at least, like part 1. I will link that in the description below. Thank you so much for watching. And remember, be optimistic and keep on moving no matter what.